What should I say about this year? I mean, we all know this one was crazy as hell. But I still want to say some things about this year. So first of all is a big thank you to all of you, my clients who work with me this year, my family and friends who supported me, and of course, my fiancée, Kerstin, who is just the best partner you could wish for. Also, there were some crazy things happening this year, like the start of our house building, and of course, yeah, the pandemic, but I won't talk about that again. So, yeah, enough of that here. Let's just jump into it and see what actually went down. Let's start it off with the first shoot of this year, which was for Reed exhibitions and a few videos for an exhibition which actually never happened, as you know, because of known circumstances, but the videos were for ABB, Phoenix Contact and Vedco. Next up was a wedding in January with the most amazing classical live music at a wedding I've ever heard, so I'll just let you listen to it for a little bit. Then it was time to head to the real winter, to Ramsau, where me and Christian filmed the annual Tour de Ramsau. Next I did a few shoe animations for PKZ, and then I headed to Vienna to a real exhibition for Reed exhibitions, the Auto Show, where I filmed the after movie. Then just an editing job for Masculine and a photo shooting in Oman. And then the Swing Golden 20s, the annual ball from the Palais Kaufmännischer Verein in Linz.
Viel feiern.
Time to fly off to Mallorca for a photo shooting with PKZ, which was as usual awesome. And then back to Austria to ground my roots again at the Hunters Ball in Zell am See, which is just always so much fun. Sticking with all the hunters and the Hunters and Fishing exhibition. And some really interesting hunting noises. Came back to Salzburg just a week later to film the Creative exhibition and the Tracht and Country exhibition with a catwalk show. Das Fiaker called again and I made an advertisement clip for an event. Oh, and now it was time for the first COVID wave where we had a lockdown and we were only just allowed to, I don't know, explode, and that's what I did sometimes. So I made a few videos at home where I experimented a little bit with After Effects and just upped my skills a little bit. Thankfully I got to work a little bit as well, so I made a quick introduction video for Thermoforming Academy and 1-minute videos for the Tourism Association in Ramsau. But those weren't enough, so I made a few more home projects like this one. Then I thought I actually never made a reel, so it was time for a reel.
Take it slow.
Thankfully, it was time for a real job again, and that one was for Mühlviertler Alm denken.
16 plötzlich erhitten.
Okay, let this just sink for a little bit. Yes, you heard right. I did a video for a church, Vespa. Traveling time again, this time to Bern, Switzerland, for another PK set photo shooting.
Also die Schweiz ist für mich ein Teil von meiner Identität, es ist meine Heimat.
Super!
Zuverlässigkeit.
Verbundenheit, das Daheimgefühl, das gibt's einfach nur da.
Then coming home to an editing job for Read exhibitions and a pretty big commercial shoot for Antmatics, which was actually a lot of fun.
It's the hand of the yeah, you know I bought the time and I never waste.
Then it was time to edit some more Read exhibition talks because COVID, you know. Then traveling time again to Hamburg this time. Lovely city, by the way, and first contact with a COVID positive one. So as I said last year, I signed up for the Ironman in Klagenfurt, the full distance one, and I for sure was training a lot. And I also went on the bike course to practice 2 times even. But unfortunately the event got cancelled, so I stopped training at some point. But I will continue with training again when I sign up for another one again, which I will do. Next up were a few videos for Gmundner Berghaus and one for Grabenhäusl, where I filmed advertisement clips and edited them.
Also ich würde meinen Hauptwohnsitz daher verlagern. Das ist ein Wahnsinn, also phänomenal.
And some more videos for Ramsau, this time for fall season. And then another really nice project for the Tourism Association here in Mühlviertel for the Castles Trail that leads from Austria to the Czech Republic. And we filmed in some of those castles and it was just really nice. Next was a rather interesting project for an ice maker who wanted to make an ice palace in Podersdorf.
Eine gewisse Erlebniswelt. Also wir wollen nicht nur Eis produzieren, sondern wir wollen auch, dass die Menschen...
And more traveling to Switzerland again, to Bever, which is a really beautiful place, and another shooting with PK set. Yeah, really beautiful. I also made a campaign there, which is my first time doing that, and that was a lot of fun. Next up, some rule videos for Mühlviertler Alm denken and Mühlviertler Alm schweben, which is always nice to do. Then another really nice project for the Tourism Association here in Mühlviertel, and that is the Tour de Alm. It's a mountain bike tour through the whole Mühlviertel and it takes you to really nice places. That also exists on the road bike, which I did in one day. It's actually made for a few days. Perfect day to do the Tour de Alm. This is gonna be, that's my weapon of choice, and yeah, let's do it. It should be 4,000 meters of vertical climbing and 180 kilometers of riding. So, and that's it, Tour de Alm, check. Then I filmed a commercial for Work Performance with Christian. This one was really nice and we made it happen in a day.
Wir sind Work Performance. Bei uns bekommen Sie persönliche Schutzausrüstung, Arbeits- und Hygienebekleidung, entwickelt mit Ihrem speziellen Firmen-CI.
Alright, it was time for something big, something really big. I talked about it in the last year's video and now it was finally time to start the building process of our new house.
I was standing outside waiting.
I can't believe diamonds so pearls, and I don't know to take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you.
Then a video for a family where Kerstin's niece received the baptism, and that was a lovely day as well. Then travel time again to Zurich, Switzerland, and to the press day of PKZ.
Stylist für PKZ für Herrenkollektionen.
This one was rather special, and this was a total coincidence that I filmed this video, but it was a lot of fun. Of course, Das Fiaker and James Cottrell can't be missed in a year review, so it was time, and it was a lovely time. Next up, a little coloring of a video Christian did for Mia Solar.
Mia Solar.
And a graduation party from Kirsten's brother's company, where I did the video for. This one was rather special, where we filmed the Youth Climate Conference, and it was filmed in the old nuclear power plant in Lower Austria, and we did some interviews with Harvard students and Jana Mikl-Leitner.
Bis 2050 klimaneutral zu machen. Und dafür braucht es zum einen modernste Technologie und sehr viel an Innovation und Forschung.
Then a passion project for a friend who makes cutting boards. Really lovely, you should just go ahead and watch it.
Nicht begeistert ist, weil es einfach schön ist. Gerade wenn es fertig geölt ist und fertig bearbeitet ist, ist es einfach unglaublich.
Then it was time to celebrate Das Fiaker's first birthday, and yeah, we were there.
Und dann kommt die Musik und du lebst und du kannst dein Herz spüren, wie er schlägt. Mit der Erde im Takt, den sie bebt. Unter deinen Füßen, wo du stehst, kommst und singst so laut wie du kannst. Hey, hey!
Then a quick job at the WKO in Linz while my house got delivered. Then we did a special one. This was a campaign for the IMS Austria, and yeah, really interesting experience. Tom Weber from Das Fiaker asked me to make something epic for him. Yeah, this is what I came up with.
Lässigen Leute draußen zum Kochen, einen schönen Abend zu machen.
Tom. Du liegst mir am Herzen. Ich freue mich, dass wir uns kennen.
Hi, wir sind Mira und Adam und wir spielen heute im Das Fiaker.
Hallo, mein Name ist Falco Nistolik und ich bin heute zu Gast hier im Fiaker in Oberösterreich.
The feeling is fantastic.
Next, an editing job for Read Exhibitions and their Gastro Circle event.
Ich sehe es als große Verantwortung, einen Bauernhof und Familienbetrieb weiterzuführen.
Christian and me got the job to film a campaign for the Upper Austrian Farmers Federation, and I think we did quite a good job actually.
Um zu zeigen, wie Lebensmittelproduktion und Kulturlandschaftspflege in Oberösterreich funktionieren.
Der Ursprung aller Lebensmittel beginnt im Boden. Wir Jungbauern denken an die Zukunft.
Then another editing job for Read Exhibitions and Fly Fishing.
Beim Fliegenfischen ist die Fliegenschnur das Gewicht, das unsere Fliege ans Ziel befördert.
Last big travels of the year. This one was in Munich for Masculine. Awesome shoot and just, I think, awesome pictures as well. And next was Switzerland, this time Basel, and another shooting for PKZ. And the shooting of a baby shooting from Pia, and that one was just lovely.
Manchmal sind diese voller Glücksmomente und manchmal enthalten sie Emotionen oder sogar Tränen.
Last but not least, a few editing jobs for the Tourism Association Ramsau am Dachstein, where I really like to go back soon, but can't because COVID and stuff. So yeah, please call me, I'll come. And that was it basically. What else can I say? We all hope for 2021 to be better, me as well, so see you then.